It's a stunning TV, guys. Stunning TV. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing the Skyworth SUE9500 /53GB. In some sites you'll find it as 53GB, in some sites you'll find it as the SUE9500, but the TV is the same model. So this is the 50-inch version of this Skyworth QLED SUE9500. This is the box. You can see Skyworth 4K QLED series Google TV. This TV is fantastic. It comes with Dolby Vision. Look, so there's the Skyworth Google TV, HDR10+, HDMI, Dolby Vision, Atmos, DTS, and there's the 50 SUE9500. So this is the user manual of the Skyworth SUE9500. You can see it goes 50, 55, 65 up to 75 inches. Here's the remote control of the Skyworth SUE9500. Let's call it SUE9500. Very compact remote, very comfortable buttons. You can hear. Feels very premium, actually. Feels very premium. In fact, you can see the back. Another thing I want to add about this remote control is that it has antimicrobial properties. That sounds really good, especially, think about how many people use a remote control and for so many years, accumulating all that dirt. Now this is the TV. This is the TV. Check it out. Skyworth SUE9500. It's already mounted on the wall. I've been using it for a month now, and one of the most features I love about it, which is the far-field Google Voice. Now the far-field Google Voice is the ability to talk to the TV away from it. So for example, let me go away from the TV a couple of distance. Check this out. Hey Google, open YouTube.
Opening YouTube for Android TV.
See guys, fantastico.
Every minute video.
Sorry guys. Yeah, I was watching Boxpod. Check out that podcast, not bad, from Combox from Kenya. Very cool chick. So this is the Skyworth 50 SUE9500. I want you guys to see the back because I know that's very important for some people, for actually everyone. Not just for some people. So I've zoomed in. There's the aux cable. That is the coaxial cable for the external antenna. 2 USB ports, HDMI 1. So this TV supports HDMI 2.0. It does not have HDMI 2.1, which allows for higher refresh rates and all that. But it supports HDMI ARC. So you can see I've connected my HDMI cable all the way to my soundbar. There is the optical out. LAN cable supports up to I think 150 Mbps, if I'm not wrong. 3 HDMI ports, 2 USB ports, an optical out and an aux out and coaxial. Those are the main ports in the Skyworth SUE9500. When you go to the right side of the TV, that's where the power cable is. And the power cable is an adequate distance running down up to the power socket there. So I love this because no matter how high you mount this TV, the power cable will be adequate. This is how the TV stand looks. I've already connected it, I've already screwed it together. It will come disjointed, but just follow the instructions on the manual. This is how it's supposed to look. This is how it goes on the TV. This is how it looks. Actually, it usually looks really beautiful with the TV stand. The indication there that you're using a QLED. Yeah. Very steady. It's made of hard plastic that can't break. One other thing about this TV, the bezels. Look at the bezels on this TV. They are very thin. Don't be confused by this black thing here. These, where I'm going to place my hand, this is the bezel. I can literally fit my nail inside the bezel of the TV. Look at this. Fantastic. Look, it is so thin. Aside from this fat bezel of the Skyworth, which looks very premium, it's silver, it's gray, and the far field option here, but the TV is so thin. Literally, look at this bezel. Look at this bezel. Look at it. Look at the bezel. It's so thin. This TV looks very, very premium. Another thing is that this TV runs on Google TV. Google TV. Google TV is built on top of Android TV, but with more personalization. I will show you the difference in a moment. As you see, the skin of the Google TV is different from Android TV. Android TV has a different skin from these, but don't get confused. This TV is still an Android TV, but operating on a Google OS. Just like, for example, Samsung with their One UI, or that LG with their WebOS Android-based TV. Let's open YouTube 4K video. Remember, this TV comes with a 4K resolution, and then on top of that, it's a QLED display. What is the difference between a 4K UHD TV and a QLED TV? It's the fact that a QLED TV uses quantum dots to brighten the TV to enhance the colors for more vibrance. A 4K UHD TV has 4K resolution but does not have those quantum dots, which means you get more color vibrance on these Skyworth QLED SUE9500. Now let's open YouTube and dive into a 4K video. Let's look for a 4K video, a 4K HDR. Actually, why am I even searching? Let's speak. Hey Google, open a 4K HDR video on YouTube.
Alright, here are some videos.
Beautiful, beautiful. Which one do we search? Let's check out the animal. This is 60 FPS. Remember, this TV is 60 Hz refresh rate. Unfortunately, 60 Hz refresh rate. You can see there, HDR, baby. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Unfortunately, my internet does not support continuous streaming of 4K HDR content, but you can see that the TV goes up to 2160p 60 HDR. My TV is currently streaming 720 because of the bad internet that I have. Hopefully I'll upgrade soon, but you can see 2160p 60 HDR. And even in the 720p, guys, I need to show you the beauty of this display, because you need to understand the vivid and stunningness of this display. Look at this. I've switched off my flash now for you to see the picture, the color. This camera doesn't do justice to the fantastic visuals that are right before my eyes. It's a stunning TV, guys. Stunning, stunning TV. And this is 720p. So now tell me 2160. Huh? Tell me 2160. Now I know there are great TVs out there, Samsung, TCL, LG of course, which is one of the best with its OLEDs. But when you get this QLED, guys, you will not regret. This is a fantastic display. If you have a Dolby Atmos soundbar, like a Sonos or a Samsung or an LG or a JBL that supports Dolby Atmos, and you have this TV, you will not regret. It has Dolby Atmos. See that? It also has DTS. So DTS Sound. As for now, you can see it here, DTS Sound. When you select Dolby Atmos on this TV, you will not have the DTS option to turn on and off, When I tried both options, I found that the Dolby Atmos was better in creating a harmonious or immersive sound more than the DTS option. I also now want to show you on Netflix. You see, on Netflix you can know whether it's Dolby Vision or Dolby Atmos. So this is Netflix. You can see Netflix. I know this is a series that probably supports Dolby Vision. Let's see if it supports Dolby Vision as they claim. You can see on Netflix there's 4K, Dolby Vision. Atmos supports 5.1 sound. Obviously, my soundbar is not 5.1 unfortunately, so Netflix will not bring the 5.1 option or Dolby Atmos option. But if you have a soundbar or home theater that supports 5.1 or Dolby Atmos, it will be indicated here because I have tried it. When the TV has Dolby Atmos and 5.1, so when I'm using the TV sound only without the soundbar, it does bring that option of 5.1. So you can see it has Dolby Vision and 4K. Let's, for example, play this movie and you see how Dolby Vision works with this TV. There, Dolby Vision. You can see, just like it indicated HDR on the other YouTube video that I showed earlier, the 4K HDR. Let's check out the operating system of the TV. This is another difference between Google and Android TV. So in Google, when I press settings, even when I'm in the middle of a video, I can see the time, all these. It's like they're trying to make it like a phone, like that when you drag down from up, when you drag down like when you're using an Android phone, they're trying to make it something like that. Of course, I've enabled developer options. You cannot not do that with an Android. What's fantastic about this Google TV is that, for example, when you're bored and I just come here and select adventure, Google TV will recommend anything for whether it's on Netflix, whether it's on YouTube. It will recommend something based on what you just selected. You see, I selected adventure. I can select anything: action, horror. Let's, for example, search drama, sit drama. So Netflix will definitely recommend something. YouTube will, see, Google TV is so intuitive. Features of this TV system: about Android TV OS version 11. Security patch level, I definitely updated the TV. When you get your TV, guys, after a day or two of enjoying it, update the TV. Get your security patch level steady, because you know how people are out here. You don't want to be using an outdated TV, and it's so fantastic that this TV is updated to February 1st, 2025. That's an appropriate security patch level, instead of an old TV that has a security patch level back in 2023. You can update the TV there. About the storage, this TV has 11 GB. So, I mean, you can always add more memory with a hard disk or anything like that if you need more. I find that for me, 11 GB is adequate for my application needs. The applications are just using 3.1 GB, and the applications that I use are it's just the normal apps, plus some additional ones I've installed for my enjoyment. You know, those apps, the QuickFi, on stream, you know them. You know, install these apps, by the way. Don't fail to install those apps, trust me, you won't regret it. Let me show you this TV when it's off. It has a power button here on the bottom, right below this power indicator. Let's switch on the TV and see how long it takes. So you can see Skyworth. I'm sorry about the bad camera. I should get a better camera for my phone, but the TV is so bright, but it doesn't burn your eyes, you know. Yeah, so it takes like probably if I can estimate 10 seconds to open the TV. 10 seconds. Took around 10 seconds. Around 10 seconds. Yeah, around 10 seconds. There. Not bad, huh? Now, this TV is fantastic. But obviously, there are some drawbacks, which I will get to. It can't be perfect, right? And you know, based on the price point, there's a reason an LG QLED is based 50-inch is priced at around 60 to 70,000, and this one is priced through between 40 to 45,000 or 46,000, based on where you buy it. That's in Kenya shillings. Let me get to the bad part of the TV. Unfortunately, one of the things I don't like about this TV is that its OS can be a bit laggy. I don't know if it's the UI, the user experience that has not been fine-tuned, or the TV has a weak RAM. I think it has 2 GB RAM, which should be adequate to operate a Google OS operating system. But unfortunately, it gets a bit laggy. If you're watching a 4K HDR video or a 4K HDR on YouTube, and you press settings, there can be a slight delay, a lag between the response time of the menu interface coming on and the time you press the button. So that's one of the things I've noticed. Another thing I've noticed is that some of the modes on this TV can be a bit off. You have to fine-tune some of the picture modes. For example, the standard mode and all that, they need a bit of calibration. Not meaning that they are bad, but if you're someone who loves fantastic picture quality, you're gonna need to fine-tune those modes because they can be a bit off color, extra bright, or too much high contrast. Obviously, most TVs out of the box come with those kinds of displays to create a stunning illusion in the store, but the truth is that you have to fine-tune this TV. I find that it's best to operate this TV in the warm picture setting. Energy saving mode has a fantastic picture quality. You can fine-tune it as the user. Color temperature warm, it will create a stunning picture quality. I've not seen anything else to say that's bad about this TV. For the deal that you're getting, 40,000 Kenya shillings to 45,000 Kenya shillings, based on where you're going to buy it. Some sites even go for 39,000 shillings, but it's an amazing TV. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sub for more. Thank you.